All right, so let's make a coin. You probably heard of initial coin offerings. They were all the rage for a while. This is how you make them. So here's the contract, which we're going to call coin. So once again, we'll start with this code all ready to go. And here in Remix, go back to the Files pane, and there's already coin.sol here. I'm going to just delete the old code because I don't know if it's right and put in this code. And all right, so you can see how the coin works. It's got a version of Solidity. The coin contract has a public address of the minter, which is the person allowed to mint coins. And then this is actually a really amazing thing about Solidity. You define a mapping. You can now have an infinite number of accounts with balances. You don't define the storage. It works by a hashing routine. So everybody's address is now tied to an integer stored with this contract, which keeps track of their balance of these coins. And there's as many as you want. Anybody can join. You send money to any address and it will just add them to the list. This is how this event is used to send them. Here's the constructor. When you first deploy a contract, it will run the constructor, just like every object-oriented programming language does this. When you instantiate the program object, it runs the constructor. And here the constructor determines the person who paid the gas to deploy the contract is the sender, and they become the minter. They are the person allowed to mint coins. Then you can mint coins. As long as you have the right address, so you are the known minter, you can then mint any amount up to 1e to the 60, and that's it. And your balance will go up by that amount. And you can mint to a different account if you want to a different person's address. And then you can, it warns you here an error, insufficient balance, and here's how you send from one address to another. If the amount is greater than the amount the sender owns, then you revert with insufficient balance, telling them, no, you can't do that. Otherwise, you subtract the balance from the sender, add it to the receiver, and just send emit an event to record on the log what just happened. So it's a very simple contract, but it defines a coin. This is how all the initial coin offerings work. And so now I go to compile it, and it works with no error, giving me a check mark. Now I'm going to deploy it, and I'm not going to bother using MetaMask and the real blockchain anymore. When you've done that and you see how it works, you can use a simulated blockchain in your browser. This is VM in London. There's London and Berlin. They're both the same as far as I can tell. This is a simulated blockchain, and it starts with a whole bunch of accounts, all of which already have 100 Ether in them, all ready to go. So you can practice sending things from one account to another, and you don't have to pay anything or have any delays. The only problem is the simulation is not perfect. There are parts of it that don't work right, but it almost all works right. So you can now deploy to the simulated blockchain, and it mines it instantly because there is no real mining. It's all just simulated in my browser. So here's my contract. And so now I am the minter, and I can find out by clicking this, I can see the public variable minter. It's 05B or 5B3, and that is the account here, 5B3, the account that paid for the gas to deploy the contract. So I can now mint some coins, and let me go look at my instructions here to see if we compiled it. Used JavaScript, deployed it. All right, now we're going to mint some coins. That's what I was looking for, this stupid number. All right, we're going to mint that many coins, which is here. Okay, so I'm going to mint. All right, that many coins. And I think I want myself to be the address. Let me just check what I said here. Yep, your account number into the receiver. So I go up here and get my account number, which is this mesh, copy it. And I put it in here, and now I can transact. The transaction works, so my balance will now, and I can check my balance here. I can put in my address and check, and I do have 222 times some ridiculous number like 10 to the 18 of these newly created coins. All right, and now I think I can send some to another address. I'll just do that so you can see how it goes. So if I want to send some of those coins to the second address, I can do any address at all is fine, but I'll just use this address. I'm going to send some coins to there. So it is send. The receiver is here. And the amount, let me get it from my instructions, because it's got a lot of zeros in it, it's hard to get it right. That's the amount. Okay. There's the amount. All right, so I send that, and it looks like it did not work. Receiver amount. I had to send it from this account. This is my from account, the account paying the gas. Now, yeah, it wouldn't let me do it because I tried to send from the second account that didn't have any coins yet. So now it should work, and it does. And now my balance here, it was 222, has now fallen to 217. And the balance of the receiver has risen to 5. So you can send coins from one account to another, and that's all it is. This is what all the basic attention token used by the Brave browser and all the companies with their initial coin offerings, this is how they work. Although, of course, they add more to it. So again, there's a couple flags to find here, and that's the second part, the second contract that doesn't have a flaw. The first two contracts are just to show you how it works when nothing's broken. And now we're going to do ones with security flaws and hack them. So I'll stop this one.